Hi friends, today video about Sony Xperia 10V.
Like I've seen it, a life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't.
The Xperia 10V has the same gene pool as its predecessor, but it has several advantageous epigenetic traits. The Xperia 10V now boasts front-firing stereo speakers, which is unique at this price point, a 1.5 times brighter display, a larger main camera sensor, a lighter body, albeit only 2 grams lighter, and Corning Gorilla Glass Victus on the front. The phone keeps the Snapdragon 695 5G CPU and 5000 mAh battery capacity of its predecessor. The memory option is 6GB per 128GB, with a microSD card slot that can accept cards with capacities of up to 1 TB. And this device still has a 3.5mm audio jack. The world's lightest 5G smartphone, powered by a 5000 mAh battery. The claim is rather specific, but I will give Sony credit for attempting to keep it on the Xperia 10V by lowering the overall weight by 2 grams. You are aware that long-distance runners must be lightweight. The phone looks exactly like its predecessor. The body is made of plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap, and when the back is pushed down, it doesn't flex or creak. The 6.1-inch 21:9 screen dominates the front, but it is now protected by Gorilla Glass Victus, which is useful. The front-facing stereo speakers, microSD card slot, and 3.5mm audio jack have all already been mentioned. There's a volume rocker, a side-mounted fingerprint reader, a power button, and the standard pill-shaped camera bump. Sage green, lavender, black, and white are among the shades available. The 6.1-inch OLED display on the Xperia 10V is stunning. I was able to achieve a score of 972 nits in Max Auto, which is equivalent to many current flagships. The resolution is FHD+, 1080 by 2520 pixels, and the screen features a 21:9 aspect ratio with no notch or cuts. The Xperia 10V has a fairly versatile camera arrangement for its class. A 16mm ultra-wide lens and a 54mm telephoto lens are mounted above a half sensor, 48MP, effectively 12MP, with pixel binning. Above the sensor is the main 26mm wide-angle lens. The primary camera also has optical image stabilization for both photos and movies. Images captured with the primary camera look fairly good when enough information is resolved, especially in good lighting conditions. One thing to keep in mind is that the Xperia 10V has a propensity to slightly overexpose the images, producing softer and somewhat warmer images. If you want to frame a closer photograph, but are unable to move close enough, the telephoto camera has a focal length equivalent to 54mm. The photographs are of good quality, and the tone is fairly comparable to that of the primary camera. Again, there is a propensity for the pictures to be a little overexposed, but I found that if you just take the picture without pressing the screen to focus, the results are better. The Xperia 10V has the same Snapdragon 695 5G CPU as its predecessor. Although the CPU performs its job, I would have preferred something a little more powerful and capable of recording 4K movies. True, there isn't much stuttering on the phone, and if there is, it's most likely due to the display refresh rate rather than the processor. Given that the hardware in both phones is similar, the synthetic benchmarks reveal an unusual discrepancy in the 3D Mark test, where the older model fared significantly better. The 128GB of inbuilt storage, which can be increased with a microSD card, and the substantial 6GB of RAM are also excellent. The capacitive fingerprint sensor on the side is a mixed bag. Normally, I prefer them to their optical or ultrasonic under-display competitors, but all Xperia models have experienced some speed and accuracy concerns over time. For those who prefer a stock Android experience, the Xperia 10v's Android 13 out-of-the-box software contains few to no changes. Unfortunately, SideSense remains, It is a little strip that can be activated by touching twice at the display's edge. It may be used to quickly transition to 21:9 split-screen mode, allowing you to multitask, launch programs, and do other things. At maximum volume, the Xperia 10V stereo system offers outstanding music that is strong, clear, and distortion-free. Even more impressive is the phone's 3.5mm audio jack, which allows you to connect your favorite audiophile headphones or use the LDAC support to obtain higher audio quality wirelessly. The Sony Xperia 10V is an excellent low-cost smartphone. It improves an already fantastic formula by adding stereo speakers, a brighter display, a slightly enhanced main camera, and the same amazing battery life in a very small and lightweight chassis. However, there are certain mistakes that need to be mentioned. The 60Hz display refresh rate has long gone vanished, even on low-cost phones. The price is a touch excessive, and the side-mounted fingerprint reader needs more development. The growing age of the Snapdragon 695 and the lack of 4K video recording and streaming have delivered the Xperia 10V yet another blow. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next video.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe